There are many tools available to programmers today to help find memory leaks, and in a previous video we did one with Lazarus where incorporating a particular unit, it could, at the end write information out to a log file which we could then inspect to tell us where a memory leak was. In Delphi now, let's just go and check the project source. This one doesn't have one, but you can actually have a report memory leaks on exit, I think it's called, which you can also use to get information, for Delphi programs. And in this particular case, we're going to look at a GUI tool now, which can be, gets incorporated into Delphi, called Deleaker. Hello everyone, my name's Tim. I am the Silver Coder, and today we are going to look at a tool which we can use in Delphi to help us to detect memory leaks. So remove all snapshots. So we're looking at a program called Deleaker, which can be run both inside the IDE and outside, and can be used to find leaks in both unmanaged code and .NET code. Works with a bunch of languages, of which Delphi is one of those. And in the video today we will actually we're going to use this with a real program rather than just something which is just to demonstrate the purposes. So we're going to use the word search program that you've seen in a couple of videos. So let's get started, shall we? So that Deleaker can provide us with all the information we need, we need to look at our project options. So we'll go into the project options form here. Just wait for that to open up. And under the Delphi compiler, we need to make sure that we've got stack frames here turned on, and then we also want to make sure that we have debug information enabled as well. And if they're both enabled, we'll then have sufficient information in order for Deleaker to perform the task we want it to do. So now I guess the first thing that I would like to mention is that I'm hoping I don't find too many memory leaks, because one of the things I like to pride myself on is to, well, I don't want to have my machine blowing up on a video. So what it can do basically is provide information about processes, allocations, Delphi objects, and resource usage, etc. And it basically, what you can do is when you run your program, to look for leaks, shall we say, you take snapshots, and then those snapshots can be compared to each other, and you also can get a report when the program ends. So basically the program we're looking at is this one here, and let's run it, shall we? Okay, so the program's now running, and what we can now do is bring up why is that not coming up properly? We can bring up the Deleaker window now, and the first thing that we might do is to take a snapshot. So what it will do when this is happening, it will load information about the DLLs that are used, memory allocations. Currently it's loading symbols for DLLs which are used by the program implicitly or explicitly, and we'll just wait for this to end. Resolving symbols right now. It says adding call stacks. So adding allocation. So it takes a rather complete picture of what's happening. So now you can see that we've got information about classes and how many objects, and over here you've got what do we have here? Information about hit counts and number of times something is used, and you can actually double click on these and it'll take you to the source code as well. And if we, so right now we're looking at Delphi objects, we can also see what processes. We're only looking at the one we're debugging at the moment. As far as allocations are concerned, we've got the one in our program here. The rest are all Delphi here, so we can tell us what it can provide information about what the leak type is, whether it's say critical section, heap memory, event handle, and so on. And there's more information over here as well, such as the process ID, and so on. Again, we've already looked at the Delphi objects, and now it'll provide information about the modules which are used. There is also a resource graph that is currently sitting down here, and we can show you what happens when the program runs. So what we might do here now is to demonstrate what the graph might do. Well, you can see a little tiny blip here at the moment, and supple might be a word. Yeah, so supple will go for here, and you can see the memory's going up while something's happening. And now, well, let's do a new game, and a little bit it's gone up a little tiny bit. So what we can now do is to take another snapshot, and again it's going to collect the same sort of information as before. So with allocation files are being processed. Now it's going through the DLLs again. Now nothing much has happened except, well, it's collected. So we now have in here, we now have two snapshots, one from when the program started and now one that is ended, and we can now look at from snapshot 2, we could now compare that with snapshot 1. So what we're going to look at here are the differences between the two snapshots. So let's go and look at now, say, Delphi objects, and what's this one here? Most interesting part to see is when we close the program down, and again we will see that the Deleaker program will collect more stats about the program that was running. Now let's go back and look at our Delphi objects, and we can see here that we actually have two memory leaks. And if we go look at, let's double click on that one. Why is that not taking me to my line of code? So let's go and look. Let's go to there. Okay, so basically what we've got here is it's telling me that I got that one and selected letters. How would we get to that one? Okay, let's go to there, and we can, oh, here we go. If we double click on that one, no, let's go to this one here. Okay, so here basically is showing us where the allocation occurred, but it's not being freed. And for the second one, we'll click on that one and now go to here, and it's line 512. So it will be these, the two lines above here are items which we where memory was allocated and not freed. So here's where I can breathe a sigh of relief. You know, in this little test there weren't that many memory leaks. So what we could do now here is, if we were to shut this down, let's go open up the form and let's go all the way back to the top layer, and if we go into the events, let's add a form destroy in here, and let's destroy these, shall we? And so now we're going to run it again. So what we will do is to find another word and click the let's open the Deleaker program first, and we will do we have any snapshot? We don't have any snapshots yet, so we'll take a snapshot. What we'll do is now find a word here, Excel. So one thing that Deleaker can't do is to, handle user stupidity. So what I had done was I'd put this freeing code into a form deactivate. So if I was switching, say, from one window to a next, well, we would have a small problem. So let's put this into the right place now and build the program again. Where's the build go? Here we go, build down there. And this time we will save our changes. I found it, well, what was happening, basically I've edited the last bit out, but every time I went to a new game, I would get an AV, and I'm thinking, that should, well, or even if I had selected a word, so something was amiss. And so we will now go into Deleaker again, and we'll just drag it over there, run the program. I think Deleaker's gone MIA for the moment. It's amazing how many DLLs are actually get loaded and unloaded here when you start a program. Okay, so we're going to bring up Deleaker again, and we'll go over here. We can now take a snapshot again, go back into our game over here in a moment while it's collecting information. And so let's just click on new and new again, and now let us shut the program down. Okay, let's have a look at Delphi objects now, and now I've got just one T string list, and let's see where that might be coming from. Okay, 514. Aha, words to find. So if we added that in, you can see now that we've removed a couple of leaks, and we've got one left, but we will leave that for another time. This is the first time I've actually looked at the tools to actually use it in a real program, and I think the thing that I like most about it is that, unlike a leak tool which writes to a log file and provides you a stack trace, that you can, get the information. This one here, allows you to go to the source code and then well, within the window it tells you, the file and the line number, and you can double click on it and it will take you straight to the, for lack of a better word, the offending line of code. So I think if that's the only reason why you would want to consider using the tool, it's well worth, considering, so can, save your time. So that's about it for this video. If you like the content or like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more hints and tips and programming ideas. And if you'd like to keep up to date with whatever I'm doing on this channel here, don't forget to hit that notification bell so it can tell you when I've made it, when I've got a new video up here. So on that note, I will see you later. Happy programming. Bye for now. Bye.